Red is never just red. At least, that's what Akira Kurose tells himself every morning, washing his hands in the cracked porcelain sink of his apartment. The water runs clear, then cloudy, then clear again. But he scrubs until his knuckles sting, as if the color might bloom right back through his skin if he stops. Outside, the city hums its familiar song, trains breathing in and out, neon signs flickering awake, footsteps stacking up like quiet accusations. Akira lives on the 4th floor of a narrow building that smells of rust and old rain. The walls are so thin, he knows his neighbors by sound alone. The insomniac pianist upstairs, the couple who never speaks but slams doors, and the old woman who laughs at nothing at exactly 3:12 a.m. Akira works nights at a small printing shop. There, ink stains his fingers black instead of red. He prefers it that way. He's 26 with a calm face. People describe him as kind, reserved, forgettable. This pleases him, forgetting his safety. At the bus stop, a girl in a school uniform stares at him a little too long. Her eyes linger on his hands. Akira quickly curls his fingers into his sleeves. The bus arrives, its doors hissing open like a held breath finally released. As he steps inside, the smell of iron flashes through his mind. He blinks. The memory retreats. For now. The printing shop is a long rectangle of humming machines and fluorescent light. Paper is stacked everywhere like pale bones. Mr. Hayashi, the owner, believes in routine the way some people believe in gods. Akira thrives in this environment. "You're precise," Hayashi says one night, watching Akira align a stack of flyers. "That kind of precision comes from discipline, or fear." He laughs, as if it's a joke. Akira smiles back, a practiced, shallow expression. Fear is just another word for memory. During his break, Akira eats alone, scrolling through his phone without really reading anything. Across the room, Emi Sato hums softly while cutting paper. She joined the shop 2 months ago. Her presence is warm in a way Akira finds unsettling, like sunlight on a scar. "You always sit by yourself," she says, approaching without warning. "Doesn't it get lonely?" "I like quiet," Akira replies. "Liar," she says lightly, sitting down anyway. "Quiet people don't like quiet, they just don't know how to talk." She studies him with a disarming seriousness. "You sleep okay?" The question hits harder than it should. Akira's dreams have been changing. "Fine," he lies. That night, he dreams of a hallway painted entirely red. Doors line the walls, each one marked with a number that's been scratched out. He walks barefoot, but he leaves no footprints. At the end of the hall stands a mirror. His reflection doesn't move when he does. It just smiles. He wakes up with his heart racing and the taste of copper on his tongue. Akira starts to notice patterns. A man on the train who always gets off one stop before him. A black sedan parked across the street at irregular hours. The way Emi sometimes pauses mid-sentence, as if she's listening to something only she can hear. It's just paranoia, he tells himself. Still, he avoids mirrors. One evening, as rain needles the pavement, Emi walks him home. She talks about nothing and everything, her childhood in a small coastal town, her fear of deep water, her habit of memorizing strangers' faces. "In case they disappear," she explains casually. Akira stops walking. "People don't just disappear," he says. Emi watches the rain crawl down a streetlight. "They do, all the time. We just don't call it that." She turns to him, her eyes holding his. "What would you do if someone from your past knocked on your door?" The street feels suddenly narrow, closing in. "I don't have a past," Akira says, the words feeling hollow. Emi smiles, but it's sad and knowing. Everyone says that. The ones who really mean it are the scariest. That night Akira dreams again. This time the hallway is white. Too white. Sterile. A siren wails somewhere beyond the walls. He opens a door at random. Inside, a little boy is sitting on the floor, hugging his knees. The boy looks up. He has Akira's face. "You promised," the boy says. Akira wakes up screaming. The black sedan follows him openly now. One morning, Akira has had enough. He confronts it, standing directly in front of the hood, his heart pounding in his chest. The engine cuts. The window rolls down. A man in his 40s, with sharp, tired eyes, looks out. "Kurose Akira," the man says. "Or do you prefer your old name?" The world tilts on its axis. "You're mistaken," Akira manages to say, his voice thin. "Detective Masuda," the man replies, ignoring him. "Cold Case Division. I've been chasing ghosts for 10 years. You look like one." He slides a photograph through the open window. It's grainy. A room splashed with dark stains. A chalk outline on the floor, and in the corner of the frame, barely visible, stands a teenager, his face blurred but familiar. Akira drops the photo as if it burned him. "You were there," Masuda says, his voice surprisingly gentle, "and you survived. Others didn't." He pauses, letting the weight of the words settle. "Tell me why." Akira runs. He doesn't remember deciding to. His body just moves on pure instinct, his feet slapping against the wet concrete, his breath tearing at his chest. The city fractures into a dizzying kaleidoscope of noise and color, red. So much red. He finally collapses in an alley, vomiting, his body racked with tremors. And then the memories surge forward like a broken dam, shouting, glass shattering, a voice screaming his name. Not Akira. Another name. He presses his palms hard against his ears. "Stop!" he whispers to the empty alley. But it doesn't. Episode 4, The Name You Buried Emmy finds him. She sits beside him in the alley without hesitation, coat soaking through. She doesn't ask what happened. She just waits. "My name was Ren," Akira says eventually. "Ren Kurose." Emmy nods. "I was 16, he continues. "There was a group. We thought we were invisible. We weren't." His hands shake. "Something went wrong. Someone died. I don't remember how many." He laughs weakly. "Isn't that convenient?" Emmy touches his sleeve. "Memory loss is a survival skill. The mind edits itself." She hesitates. "Did you hurt them?" Akira closes his eyes. "I made a choice," he says, "and other people paid for it." That night, he remembers more. The warehouse, the deal that wasn't supposed to involve weapons, the argument, the gun in his hand, heavier than he expected, the sound. He wakes with blood on his sheets. It takes him a moment to realize it's from his nose. Episode 5, Obsession Loops. Detective Masuda doesn't arrest him. Instead, he watches. Akira begins therapy at Emi's suggestion. Dr. Fujimoto is calm, methodical. She asks him to describe the dreams. They repeat, Akira says. But they change, like they're correcting something. He hesitates. What if my mind is lying to me? Dr. Fujimoto steeples her fingers. It is, constantly. The question is why. She leans forward. Guilt doesn't fade. It mutates. Obsession is just guilt that learned how to speak. Meanwhile, Emi grows distant. She misses shifts. She avoids his eyes. One evening, Akira follows her. She meets Masuda under a bridge. The truth snaps into place. She sees him. I didn't mean for you to find out like this, Emi says quietly. You were watching me, Akira says. Protecting you, she replies. From yourself, and from him. Masuda sighs. She was there too, Akira. Different role, same night. Akira's knees buckle. Episode 6, split screens. The memories finally align. Emi, real name Emina Sato, was the lookout. She saw everything. She ran. Akira remembers pulling the trigger. He remembers choosing to. No more gaps, no more edits. The revelation doesn't destroy him the way he expects. It clarifies. Why didn't you turn me in? He asks Emi. Because you stopped it from getting worse, she says. Because you saved me. Because punishment isn't the same as responsibility. Masuda watches them both. The law doesn't care about reasons, but I do. He hands Akira a file. There's a statement inside, full confession. If you sign it, this ends one way. If you don't, it ends another. He pauses. This is your last choice. Red traffic lights bleed into the night. Akira thinks of the boy in his dreams. The promise. Episode 7. The weight of yes, Akira signs. The relief is immediate and crushing. In the holding room, Emmy sits across from him. A glass wall separates them. She presses her palm to it. He mirrors the gesture. "I'm sorry," he mouths. She smiles through tears. "So am I." As officers lead him away, Akira catches his reflection in the glass. This time, it moves when he does. It doesn't smile. Final episode. Crimson, rewritten prison is quieter than Akira expects. Time stretches, then settles. He attends therapy. He writes letters he never sends. He dreams less. When he does dream, the hallway is gone. In its place is a field under a pale sky. A boy stands there, older now. "You kept it," the boy says. "I did," Akira replies. They watch the horizon together. Outside, somewhere beyond walls and years, the city keeps breathing. Red fades, not into white, into something honest. End.